Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Essence RPG, a data pack co-developed by Mr. McAwesomes and Hash. Now this data pack has a bit of a different take on the whole RPG thing than the last data pack we looked at. Instead of focusing on loot, it focuses more on the progression. So the first feature this data pack adds is a new difficulty system. And this is an individual difficulty, which means that each person can select their own difficulty and play the game how they want, even if they're playing on a server with multiple people. Now, these different difficulties will have increasing mob abilities and increase the mob speed, damage, and overall make them much harder to deal with. Now, once you get to the second difficulty, mobs will start to have these new abilities that in normal vanilla Minecraft they wouldn't. However, with this new challenge comes extra reward. You get more experience points, or essence points as the data pack calls them, and this can be used to upgrade your character and upgrade your items. So let's take a look at just how much this affects gameplay. Alright, so I've selected Molten Difficulty, which is the highest difficulty the pack has, and am currently fully kitted out in Diamond Armor. And we're going to see how difficult just some regular mobs are. So already we've got zombies, which are spitting these little poison clouds at us. As we can see if we step in one. Also, they're faster than normal zombies and will break your guard. Meaning that you can't just sit there and shield all their hits. In addition, we can tell that it's taking a lot of hits to be able to even get a bit of damage onto it, and I've already been overwhelmed. It's definitely adding a lot of difficulty. The next feature that the data pack adds is a lot of different custom items. Now, when you spawn in your world, you will spawn with an heirloom offering, which once you right-click, you'll get an option to make a selection of what you want your starter item to be. Now, you can choose from any of these three by simply clicking the link that is in the chat box. And it'll give it straight to you. Now each of these have different abilities and they're all unbreakable. So the first one, called Ceremony, is a stone sword, pretty much. But it gives you extra armor, which can be useful for protection in the early game. The second one is a magic wand that shoots fire. And this uses the new ability called Focus. Now this new element of the pack adds like a way to have spell casting and use different abilities that you'll get throughout the pack. Now the next item that you can get is called the Hunt. And this essentially is just a regular bow, at least unupgraded. But it does look cool, and you don't have to go through the hassle of getting string and can already start with arrows. Now these items are pretty basic, but you can upgrade them to become more powerful through the Augmentation table, which we'll be looking over soon. Now the next feature of the pack is the Essence Points, which are essentially experience. This allows you to upgrade your character, and there's 3 different types of experience. The first one is Red Essence, which is called Fighter Essence Points, and these are obtained through combat, and you can use to upgrade things such as damage and your attack cooldowns. The next one is Protector EP, and so you gain this through villages and doing tough combat. Now this will upgrade your defense and your health, so you can get more hearts than you start with in regular Minecraft. And the third and final one is Scavenger Essence. And you can collect this by going around and exploring your world and doing fishing, mining, all the sorts of everyday stuff you do. And using this experience, you can upgrade utility aspects of your life, such as farming and the like. Now, how do you upgrade this, you ask? Well, I'm so glad you asked. You can use these new upgrade books, which will spawn with you. The first one is called the Essence Imbuer. And with this, you upgrade individual, smaller, more minor things. And you can notice that each level of these has an increasing experience cost. And it's color-coded, so you can tell which kind of essence was needed to upgrade that different feature. So for example, the red needs fighter essence. So if I had 100 fighter essence, I can improve focus, which improves my focus regeneration, which is what we used for those fire magic wands earlier. Now, the second upgrade book is called the Essence Empowerer. And so this one will give you new abilities, and they're also much more expensive. Now, you can have 2 abilities at a time, one that's binded to your sneak and one that's bounded to your jump. So if I was to get this and bind it to my sneak, then when I sneaked, it would plant crops or greatly debuff a nearby foe. And these abilities can be used to customize your play style and make the game fit more with how you want to play it. Now, with this data pack, you can not only upgrade yourself, you can also upgrade your items and armor through the use of this augmentation table, which is one of the items that you start with. Now, when you place this down and open it up, you'll notice that there's 3 different ways that you can augment your gear. And this is through the 3 different types of essence that you'll get throughout the game. So you can augment with fighter to get more damage and cooldown, protector for more health and armor, and so on. So if I were to have 100 protector essence points, then I would put the item I want to upgrade in there, and on top of my augmentation table, I would get the new augmented item. And so we'd see that now I get plus 0.5 armor and plus 2.5% movement speed, which is not enough to be noticeable, but this is only a minor augment. So if I were to augment it higher, then obviously I would have higher abilities. One of the final features of the pack is the affliction system. Now this allows you to play as the bad guys, so to speak. It allows you to play as the undead. So as the undead, you'll have different abilities, such as being scared of the sunlight, but having all other undead be passive to you. Now, if you want to get the affliction and become undead, all you've got to do is eat a piece of rotten flesh. And you'll get a new book called the Essence Corruptor. And so this is how you'll upgrade your essence as an undead or an afflicted. And it's a different book to what you would have if you were not. Now, if you want to get rid of the affliction, all you've got to do is die or eat a golden apple. Another feature of this pack is that it adds its own final boss after you've killed the Ender Dragon. So the Ender Dragon will also have additional loot that you wouldn't normally get from killing the Ender Dragon. So the first one is this Protection Channeler, which provides a safe haven for those nearby, and the Unformed Essence, which is used to summon the new final boss. So if we're to take this Unformed Essence and right-click it, then we'll see the new boss summon. Illuce the Ascendant. Now this one has all sorts of different abilities and adds quite a better conclusion to Minecraft that the Ender Dragon sometimes kind of lacks. Now this data pack is a lot of fun to mess around with and adds a really great progression system that really differs from regular Minecraft and can help freshen up the experience through different features such as upgrading your items, adding a whole new undead system, and giving you new experience points and ways to level up. It really is a great pack, and you should go check it out for yourself. In the description of this video, I've linked the Planet Minecraft page where you can go and download it, and if you're running a server, only you have to download it onto your world, meaning that anybody can join it without having downloaded it beforehand. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!